Yeah, hi, this is SY Sublime, and this is the first stage of the installation of my Garmin GPS Map 743 XSV. This is where I'm going to be locating the Garmin unit. Is on this cabinet here I built above my refrigerator. It's going to go here. It's, as I said in my last video, this is a redundant system in case I get struck by lightning. I lose all of my electronics that I have on the other boat, like my my other MFD, which will be out here, and a couple other things I have. So I'm going to mark this out and drill it. I'm going to drill this out, and then I'm going to cut it out with a bandsaw, or with a skill saw, or some sort of saw. I'll cut it out. Be right back. Okay, I drilled the 4 pilot holes for me to make my cuts, so my cuts are nice and round. I'm going to cut this a little bit undersized because there's not a lot of room on the unit. If you cut it too big, it's a very small marginal lip just around here. Very small. It's very not a lot of the clearance along here. And I've got to be able to get 4 screws into the wood, so I'm going to cut a little bit undersized, and then I'm going to sand it to get it to its final dimension. Okay, I cut that out to its dimension, a little bit less than that with the vibrating saw. I think I have more control with this than I do with a jigsaw, but that's just me. I have this cut out. I did it like a light trace line first to make sure I did it right, and then I sunk the thing in, and it's still got to be cut from the other side, so I have to unscrew this and do it from the other side. Cabinet, I made this so it's easy to access. So yeah, so this is the inside of it here. All my cables and wires coming down here. This is my temperature thermometer for my refrigerator. The back of the refrigerator gets quite warm down there, so I'm going to be building putting another fan down in there, and I can this will go on the other side of this here, through here, so I can actually control it and set it to a temp that I want the fan to kick on and keep it cool back there. This is the back of the hole that I just cut. So I'm just going to trim this up a bit and then pop that piece of wood out. Okay, I've got this cut out. Now I'm just going to vacuum it up, and then vacuum up a little bit, and then I'm going to sand this off. So it's going to go right there. Vacuum all this up and all this mess. So yeah, I'll be right back with that. So I twisted all my plug caps to a bit of a 45-degree angle, so let that catch when I get them in there. But I'm going to put this see if test fits this and see if it fits. Oh, it's a little bit tight. Oh no, it fits perfect. Look at that, it's in. Look at that, it's perfect. It fits perfect. Just got to tighten it up with a sander a little bit, and then that's it. So yeah, it's perfect. It's in. It's actually on there. So let's open it up at the back. I got enough clearance room at the back. I did miss my aluminum thing, which is great, good. But these cables are going to be measured from here, so they can go through. So I've got plenty of room to pull this thing out and be able to fix it up a bit. I may sand it back a little bit so I can get some paint around the edge of this. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's in. So it's a good fit. It's right there. So perfect. So then I'm just going to put the screws in here and get that fitted in perfectly mounted, and then connect up all the just the wires at the back here and different things. GPS is here, sailing instruments, ham radio, fan, SATCOM, VHF, SSB, cabin lights. So yeah, So yeah, it fits perfect. So I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, let's sand that back a bit, and then gonna get this in here. Oh yeah, that fits much neater. Got plenty of room for the screws. A little bit of wiggle room there. That's perfect. It's not so tight. Perfect. All right, it gives me some room to maybe paint that thing too. All right, so let's get some paint on it. So whenever I put electronics in, especially expensive ones, I like to put like a little piece of electrical tape around the perimeter of the unit, just so it just for chafing pretty much. I mean, it won't move because of the screws, but I just want to be able to protect it a bit. That's just what I do. It's my little quirk I like to do, is just put a especially when I'm in the wood, so just add a little bit of tape around the edge of it. That's just what I do. So okay, let's put this. I've already painted it and it's dried, so we're going to put this in. There we go. It's placed in there. Now I've just got to screw it in place. So Garmin give you a variation of mounting options. I mean, these big screws here are for the obviously for the bracket that I'm not going to be using. But if anybody wants that bracket, you pay for shipping. I'll send the screws and the bracket if you need a new bracket. These are these are flush mount clips, I guess. I'm not going to be using these for the back of this unit. I'm going to be using these are the little thread things. These will come with these too if you want that bracket. Let me know, pay for shipping, and then I'll send it to you. And these are the self-tapping screws that I'm going to use up here on these. Okay, I got the unit put in. So I screwed it in. I didn't have a drill bit small enough. I just had to start these a little bit and then pray that I didn't drill too deep with a bigger drill bit. But that's they're in. So that's secured there now. So I'll put so the trim plates are on now, covering the screws. It's firmly in. And then it's firmly in the back. You can see that I like to put the tape around the edges. That's just me. It's just my little quirk that I like to do. The screws, this one didn't really catch very well. This one caught, but this one didn't catch very well. It's a little bit high. So this is what I mean. This can't be too big, or else you're gonna end up. Your screws won't fit, but there's enough meat in that to hold that front part there. It's not going to fall out. There's 3 other parts there. It's sitting flush. Yeah, it's sitting flush. That's the thing. That's good. So it's in. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up, run the power cable from here. I'm going to hook it up to here and then run it through and see where I'm going to have to cut it. So I'm going to run the power cable now. This is the power cable here. It's got this really big fuse on it, which I'm not really keen about having. I've got an inline fuse over here. I have an inline fuse here, which is a lot neater. It's not smaller, so big, and I can attach that right to there like that. So I can cut this cable down a bit. So let's get this cable put on the back of the unit, and then I'll start probably cutting cables. Yeah, to put this in. This will use a 6 volt, 6 amp fuse, which I have those. I'm trying to keep all my fuses the same. I have the blade style fuses. I have these blade style fuses, so I'm trying to keep all my fuses exactly the same. This is a 3 amp or 1 amp. I don't know, I can't tell, can't see it. But I've got assortment of blade fuses, and I'd rather just keep all blade fuses than those glass fuses that's in here. Okay, I'll be right back when I put the cable on. It's a decent length power cable. It's like 4 feet, almost 5 feet. But it's too long to be in there. So this is the end thing, the one for the this is the one for the fuse. I'm going to pull this open and show you what I mean. Glass style fuse. That I don't like these. This is them here. I don't really care for these fuses. I don't like these fuses very much. They're old and outdated. So I'm going to be cutting this cable off and doing that. The only wires I need for this job are the red and black wires, which are here, positive and ground. The violet, blue, grey and brown wires are for, these are for the Nemo 180183. I won't be using these wires. And these wires, the yellow and orange wire, are for accessories and one other thing which I forgot what it was. I read the instructions but I forgot what it is. I don't know if I will keep these, but I don't know what. Does anybody know what you use these wires for, and what do they connect to? Please let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. I'm going to hook this up and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got my cable hooked up, orientated, and I got it tightened in, and then I'm going to pick up this and feed it through sorry, blackout. Feed it through here. So these are going to go through here. Oh shit, I gotta put the thing back on. So I cut some white tape, so this is going to go out to here. It's as far as I want it to go. And I have some zip ties. I can zip tie that there now. So I just move. And then I just got my GPS one is, where my GPS is here, I think. It's closest to me. This is my GPS circuit breaker, is right there. So I'm going to go from there, from here to here. So I can cut this. This actually has a 7 amp circuit breaker on it, so I'm not sure if I really need to put an inline fuse on there, but I'm going to cut it a little bit there. I'll cut it here. Yep, I'm going to cut it there. Okay, I've cut it here, and so we're going to be able to thread it up into through here. and down here, and then it's gonna, I'm gonna have one wire will be going to here, and then the other wire will be going over to here. So so there, that's it. It's plenty long enough for the thing here. It's plenty long enough. I'll just run it to here. And this is a 7.5 amp circuit breaker anyway, so I think I can use this. If anybody's got any comments, anything in the comments, let me know, which I believe I can use this. Maybe I cut it too short. That's alright, I'll make it work. Make it work anyway. Maybe I should have left. I used these to get the jacket off, the outer jacket off. I spliced the outer jacket off here. So that's that, and then I've got to get some shrink wrap. Put some shrink wrap over this too.